Hey y'all, what's up? It's Margot here again with another yoga video. Today, this one is especially for those who may feel like a super novice, you may feel not flexible, you may feel yoga is not for you because you aren't flexible, because you can't touch your toes. Well, let me tell you, yoga is for everyone. As long as you have your breath and awareness and a body, you can do yoga. Yes? So, with that being said, we'll be learning a few cues, a few tips to help us get a little closer to our toes. So no, you may not be able to touch your toes by the end of this video, but if you continue to stretch and implement some of these stretches and exercises into your regular routine, over time, you'll be able to get closer and closer, and then you'll look up one day and you'll be at your toes. Yes? So when you're ready, go ahead and join me, and potentially you're on a mat, but just in a free open space, right? Flat ground, ideally. Yes. We're gonna go ahead and ground ourselves, starting simply here. Yeah. Feet are about hips distance apart, nice sturdy foundation. And we'll begin by bending the knees. Yes. Knees are nice and soft here. Sometimes we have the tendency to lock the legs, right? So the knees may overextend, pushing back a little bit like this. We want those knees to be soft, yes? So find that gentle bend there, and we'll find another cue. So we are hinging from our hips, reaching down, right? But the emphasis is not necessarily on the reach, it's more on the hinge, leading with your heart and allowing the upper body to cascade over the legs. So watch. So here, let's find our hips first, yes? Nice bent knees, nice sturdy foundation below, working our way up. We're here at our hips. How do we find our hips? Begin by bending, right? When you bend, you want to feel that hip crease, right? This space right here. Feel free to get comfortable with yourself. You're in your home or in a private space, so yes, take your time. Get aware of your body in this moment. Find those hip creases. After you found those hip creases, and you can ensure check yourself, right? Check your answer here by tapping into your lower back. So if your lower back is not flat here, you may be dumping that weight into your lower back, right? So sometimes what ends up happening is we find ourselves here trying to reach for those toes, right? Trying to bend or fold over, stretching those hamstrings. However, as you can see, that puts a lot of emphasis on the lower back. This too can be a decent stretch as we move through the spine, right? That can be cool. But here, as we put the emphasis towards finding that stretch for our hamstring, we really want to hinge from those hips. You can invite your belly button in, perhaps even engage through your pelvic floor. That means use those same muscles that you would use to hold your pee. Both men and women can do that, so engaging those muscles there. And then moving forward, and again, sorry, not to be gender specific, anyone can do that there. But we'll hinge from these hips, engage through the pelvic floor, belly button is invited in, and we lead from the heart. Ooh, lead, lead, lead. Ah. And from here, thinking about sending your heart, your chest, towards your thighs. Yeah? And that can look like maybe you bend your knees a bit more. You can allow the hands to hang here. And we'll begin to lengthen those legs. Ooh. And bend them. Nice. Here we are. Keep going. Lengthen. And bend. Again, it's perfectly fine if the hands aren't touching the ground. Lengthen. And bend. Wherever you are, we are just thinking about those same cues, right? Again, hinging from those hips, inviting that belly button in. And even as we lengthen, we're not going for full length, right? You can still have that little bit of a bend in the knee. Continue to move through this. Perhaps you'll begin to feel it through your hamstrings, begin to feel that stretch. Take your time. And when you're comfortable, find that stretch, allowing the upper body to hang heavy. And here's a perfect time to use some blocks if you have them. You can place your blocks beneath your hands, and that will raise the ground here for you. If you don't have blocks, that's perfectly fine. You can allow those hands to dangle in space, or, yes, hands are dangling in space, and we'll begin to bend one knee and then the other. Again, thinking about those same cues, try to maintain it. And breathe here. Continue to breathe. One more breath. Perhaps you're building a bit of heat here. I know I am. Nice. And when you're done, come to stillness. And as we inhale, we're going to come up vertebrae by vertebrae. Keep your belly button invited in. What that means is we're coming up slowly. So tuck that tailbone, right? And rise, allowing each vertebrae to stack one on top of each other. You can envision that here. And as you come all the way up, hands can come overhead. Inhale. And on our next exhale, we are going to fold over the legs once again, this time for a hold. So this is called our swan dive down. So arms are open here in a T, leading with your heart. Again, you can bend those knees to begin. Hinge from your hips if you need to. Tap into those hips. And we find our fold, release the arms down, and stay here. Nice. Beautiful. Again, same cues. We are grounded through the heels of our feet, through the entire sole of the foot. Perhaps you give your toes a little wiggle here, tapping into those as well. Knees can be gently bent. Hinge from those hips. Engage through your pelvic floor. Belly button is invited in. We can tuck those lower ribs in as well. Heart comes towards your thighs. Relax through your head and neck. From here, grab opposite elbows for your ragdoll. Allowing the upper body to hang a bit heavier. And we can begin to sway here. Nice. So as we sway, we want to just gently move through the upper body. The chest glides from side to side. Continue to breathe deeply into your hamstring, into the back of the legs. And when you're done, come back center, release your grip, and we'll switch it. So, switching that grip here, grab opposite elbows the other way. And we come back into that ragdoll again, allowing the head to hang heavy. Breathe here. And when you're done, gently release the hands and inhale. We rise once again, vertebrae by vertebrae. Take your time. Hands will come over. Go ahead and reach here. And exhale, hands can come to heart center. Beautiful work. Thank you so much for joining me for that quick little workshop, I guess, or exercise, getting deeper into our hamstring, getting a bit closer to our toes. And if you're ready, perhaps we do a little cool down. So go ahead and ground yourself through the soles of our feet. That's the end of the hamstring section, but maybe your hips are feeling it a little bit right now. Maybe the hamstrings are feeling it as well. We'll go ahead and just do a little tiny cool down. So tapping into a bit of balance, we're going to ground through the soles of our feet once again. Hands can come to hips. One-legged Tadasana, one-legged mountain. That right knee will come high. Try to stand on one foot. And we're going to try to find rotations with this knee. So let's open it out. Take it back and around. Option to hold onto a wall while you do this. Essentially, we're just getting into that hip abductor of it. Drawing those circles. And we'll take it the other way. So we're going for 3 circles with this knee. Again, thinking about getting into that hip. Your hip is a ball and socket, a lot like your shoulder, right? So think about that 360 mobility and taking it all the way around. When you're done, we are going to take our ankle to our glute. Yes? So, right knee is bent. See if you could grab a hold of the foot here. If you can't, you do have the option for a strap. If you have a strap, go ahead and grab a hold of that. Invite that heel in towards your glute. Breathe here. Hips are level, tapping into those hips once again. And again, we can keep that bend in the knee, in the standing leg. Open your heart, breathe here. And another option, we could kick into this hand, feeling that different sensation. Notice it here, breathe into it. And then once again, invite that glute in as we kick into the hand. So finding that bit of opposition there. Nice. When you're done, gently release. Boop, boop, boop. Shake the leg out. And we'll take it to the other side. So the right foot is now grounded on the mat. Right leg is long. We stand there, one-legged Tadasana. Left knee comes high. Tap in. Hands come to hips. And once again, can we find our rotations with that hip, with the knee. So draw those circles, take your time, and again, option to hold on to a wall here. This is us taking it a bit further. Nice. And then we're going to take those circles in the other direction. We have 3. When you're done, we are going to, once again, draw that left ankle in, heel towards the glute. Option to use a strap here. So you would wrap that strap around your foot. You can also use perhaps a tie or something that resembles a strap. Nice. Once again, inviting that heel into the glute. We find a bit of opposition as we kick into the hand. Breathe deeply here. One more breath. And when you're done, we gently release. And you can kick the leg out. And let it go. Nice. Feet are wide here. And we'll just simply draw a few hip circles. Take it in both directions. Stretch it out. Feet are wide. You can make this big, expressive. Listen to your body in this moment. Perhaps you hear a few cracks. And when you're done, go ahead, shake it all out. You can shake your upper body as well. Release. And last time, inhale, hands come overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Thank you so much for joining me for that very quick work through of our hamstring stretch, as well as the additional cool down. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that you feel a bit closer to your goal. I hope that you feel a bit looser in that space. Again, be easeful with your body, listen to your body, especially if you're in a colder place like I am right now. The muscles tend to tighten up, right? So it's important that we give ourselves some time, give our bodies the time to warm up, and be patient. You'll get there. So thank you once again for following me along, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment, like, and share. That would mean a lot to me. And please check out the other videos as well if you enjoyed this one. I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope to see you next time. All right. been Margot.